I'm David Crum, a divorce attorney and author of the book, Confessions of a Divorce Assassin, and today I'm going to teach you how to deal with the difficult husband at the beginning of your divorce case. I'm going to keep it short and teach you just the most important things you need to be aware of. Now, after over 20 years of being a divorce litigator, I've heard all the threats that husbands make. But see, actually, there are just three main threats that really get women scared. The first is, I'm going to take the kids away from you. Now, what's important to know about this threat is that in most jurisdictions, courts have a very specific process for dealing with custody issues at the beginning of the divorce case. And that process is typically to have a brief hearing so that the judge can set a temporary visitation schedule for the parties to follow. It's not rocket science. The most crucial thing to understand is the court is typically going to look at what has been the status quo leading up to that hearing. In other words, if you're the mother and you've been taking care of the kids most of the time, then it's more than likely you're going to have the majority of visitation with the kids while the case is pending. Does that make sense? When someone has been a lousy father, no matter how much they threaten to take the kids from you, that poor performance as a parent is going to influence how much they see the kids during the case. So this idea that some husband who's acting like a jackass will walk into court and take primary physical custody of the kids is typically nonsensical, and it's a threat you do not need to lose any sleep over. The second most popular threat, I control the cash and I'm not going to pay you any money, even if the judge orders me to. A lot of times they like to add something like, so you'll just be on the street with the kids, I guess. But again, let's bring it back to reality. Most jurisdictions are going to require the parties to divide their income and debt early in the case. So either the parties have to agree on how they're going to divide income and debt, or your lawyer will go immediately into court to get that order. Now, I want you to listen to me closely on this. Your attorney must do this immediately to make sure the money continues to flow in the case and your bills continue to get paid. Now, this is often the very first thing I do when someone's husband is acting like a jackass and trying to withhold money. Now, the final threat. I'm going to quit my job and you won't get a dime of child support. I hear this one all the time. This would be absolutely wonderful for a husband if it were true, but the reality is that courts address this problem by doing something we call imputing income to your husband. That means if your husband is purposely unemployed, that means he loses his job, or even if he's underemployed, the court can look at that and order him to pay the money he would have been making had he still been working. At the end of the day, your husband quitting his job is really a threat without any teeth. So if you have a husband being a pain in the ass right now, I am sorry you have to deal with that. Divorce is hard enough as it is. But the good news is most of what he's probably telling you is nonsense, and there are great firms just like ours that know exactly how to deal with these guys. So if you're in a situation and you want to move forward to divorce, just give us a call, check out our website, and we'll get you squared away. Otherwise, you can check out some of the other great content I've created for you on this page. So hang in there, and I look forward to meeting you or seeing you in the next video.